Hi there! In this video I'm going to show you how I make my BOOX device, in this case the NA3c, a bit more user-friendly, a bit more enjoyable, because I don't like the BOOX menu at all, which looks about like this. So many great devices dropped recently, for example the Supernote Manta, the BOOX 10.3, the Note Max, the remarkable Paper Pro, and I just wanted to make my Note Air 3C also great again. So I decided to make a factory reset. This might be a good starting point for you when you also just purchased a BOOX device. So what I'm going to show you is how you can install the Niagara Launcher, the setup, this swiping gesture that I just made. So when you're inside any app, you can just swipe up, come back to your browser again. You can also double tap to go into sleep mode. Then with the fingerprint sensor, you come back to your Niagara Launcher. You can add a quick note in this cleaned up menu. When you open the note, it's a clean experience. Clean and fresh. Yep, that's what we want. How I set up all these note settings, also similar settings in the PDF Neo Reader. So this is part one. I'm showing here in this video basically all the visual settings, the menu handling settings, and in the second video I'm going to show you some advanced tips and settings, for example in your apps, which refresh modes or color customizations you can use. So let's jump back now to the factory reset and enjoy. So this is how the BOOX device looks like when it's reset. So what I already did is set up a password and fingerprint. The first things are gestures. I don't want a navigation bar, but I want these swiping gestures. On the left swipe up, I want the e-ink center. Then in the middle, back home. And on the right side, I change this to multitasking switcher. This basically opens a short view with all your apps open, and you can press one button and close all the apps at once. So for having great memory, I suggest this multitasking switcher on the right side. And the side gestures, I want to turn them off because they interfere with some PDFs. And what I want is just the back gesture. So for this right side, swiping left, I choose back. And I turn the left swipe off, so there's none. Good, now I have gestures. Let's see if this works. Let's go into power settings, swipe up, and now I come back to my menu. Good. Then these arrangements here on the left is this system display, I guess. Full refresh frequency I make never, because this takes battery. So everything with full refresh I turn off. Here you can customize the arrangements. I don't want the library up there. For me the most important things are apps and notes. Take the library down. Then the store is what I never use. This is the BOOX store, so I take this all the way down and you see it drops down here. And then notes on top. So the notes is my preferred view. Okay, these are the display settings. Now what I also hate is this round thing here down here. So you might have noticed anywhere you are, there is this Navi ball, and I want to take this away. I turn it off. So it disappeared. We have the gesture set, we have the system display set, we have a password. Then auto sleep, I turn this off because I have a handy function inside the Niagara Launcher to quickly sleep. I keep it active for 2 days. Turn on front light when waking up the device. No. Sleep or wake up the device using protective cover. I turn it off because I have my password anyways. Turn this off as well. You can check this manually if I want to. But everything in the background I try to keep off. So calibration, let's check if the calibration is fine. I go into the Notes app. Blank page. Calibration is fine. So if you see that the nib is not where you're pointing, then you might have to calibrate. So let's go back to the menu again. This would be here in the calibration. Network, I already set up a wireless connection. Next is the menu. Up here, the swiping down menu. So you see there's a lot of things that you don't need. First of all, I'm going to turn down the volume, but you see that there's a small speaker there. So I just turn it +1 up, that it doesn't bother me. I don't have sound anyways. So up here on the top right, you can customize this page here. All I don't want, can I click it or do I have to drag it? So don't need AI assist, I don't need Navi ball, I don't need the e-ink center. I already have this by swiping bottom left. So I just want 8 things up here. The most important thing is a quick note on the top right. So this is fixed because when I just swipe, I want to quickly be there to add a quick note. Then also important is full refresh. I want this on number 8. Then hand touch is as well important. The mute gives this ugly symbol, so yeah, I think I will also not use them anyways. Okay, this is how I prefer. In general, I also have the front light off, but for the recording of the video, I just increased it a little. Then next, I want to clean up my apps in the BOOX menu. Add a group. Not needed. Okay. So up here I created this group. Let's see if I can just drag them. Add to group. Okay, this is the way. All I don't need, I add to the group. And I leave the Play Store and the screensaver. Now I'm going to show you my settings inside the Note app. As you know, we configured here a quick note. So this is the preferred way I like to access my notes. So here you see a bunch of things and I want to clean this up. So basically what I want is a as clean as possible experience. I use this floating toolbar and I want to collapse this. So let's collapse. Now we see this here on the left side. So I want this toolbar to be on the right hand side. So I go here, customizing the toolbar. I want this style to be vertical. I decrease the size to 80%. That when it's open, it doesn't take too much space. Show indicator, that's fine. That's this little square. And then I can customize what I want to see. So I need brushes. Redo, I think I cannot take these away. Pinned menu cannot be, okay. Gesture is also important. Good. Let's see how this looks. Now I can take this and move it to the right. Even a bit more to the right. And it's good. Let's see if I can add a page. Page 2. Okay, so this is your floating toolbar. Then you need pens. So I like it a bit thicker. I always use 4 with my Kaweco pen, and I use the ballpoint pen. The first one is black. So you see black. Then you see a small pen here with a plus. When you click there, another one pops up. So number 2 is red. Red and 4 ballpoint. Then the third is green. So for corrections I always use red, green. Then I can use a blue one. And the last one is a yellow marker. And I increase the size by quite a bit, maybe 70. Check. Yeah, looks good. Okay, then the gestures, such as tapping, got it. Tap for long press, I don't need this one. I want to swipe to turn pages. I want pinch to zoom. And I want the gestures being enabled. So now I should, yeah, I can just swipe with my finger and I can write here. Good. Collapse. And now you see this menu here. Customize toolbar. And now again you can choose or throw out whatever you want. Adding a page. Okay, so we have a clean menu. Let's see what AI is. That's, yeah, that's fine, that's great. Because we want the scribble and the others turned off. So now scribble, I can write, and now I can just erase it. So when you don't have a rubber, this feature is really handy. Good, so we have set up our menu here. With the share button I could share the page and export it. So these are the note settings. So the next settings I change are the PDF settings, which are quite similar to the note ones. I go to the menu, go into this user manual. To download save path is storage, download Onyx manual. When we are here already, I think I change this to detailed view. Okay. And now I'm inside a PDF. Now you see here on the right this small square again. So when you press there, there's gonna pop up the toolbar, and I'm gonna change these settings as well. So I can drag it already to the right. Then I press the three dots, general settings, decrease the size again to 80%. It's vertical already. I enable the floating toolbar, hide the indicator. No, that's fine. I can keep this one. Choose how to call out the toolbar to get our toolbar back, but just in case I choose the upper swipings. Then we can change the toolbar again. So what do we not need? So I guess next page, because we can swipe anyways. Then format is one of the most important things. Okay. AI, it's these shapes again and things. So I don't need shapes, but the scribble. Here is also a handy function, maybe underline to highlight. So when you're reading, yeah, you could do things with it. I don't need this because when I want to highlight, I just use my marker. Okay, this is the first floating toolbar. And then there's another one. So when you want to write something and change your pens, you have to go into this handwritten toolbar. So I drag this to the right. Then you come into the menu of another toolbar. And now you have to adjust this one as well. So this is a bit complicating, but I will explain you when we set it up. So here are your tools for drawing and writing. Now we again want this to be vertical, 80%. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so here again we want our pens. So I use the ballpoint at 4, black color first. Then we add the other one. This was the red for ballpoint pen. Then the green one, blue and yellow marker. And now I could mark things. Okay, I could save. So we are still inside this toolbar with the pens. So we collapse this one. Now we are in the toolbar for the PDF. If you want to not swipe but scroll, we can go into this A, and now we have all the settings we need for example, scrolling. So when I scroll now, you see cannot swipe it anymore, but I can scroll. So with this A, I can go back to single page and just swipe. Okay, then we can collapse this, and now we just have this small square on the right side again. But then there's more menu options down here. No, here in the settings. So there's global settings for the PDF, reading status bar. It's, I think it's the line at the bottom. Turn this off. Enable multiple documents. It's okay. Show hyperlinks. Enable hyperlink jump. Show bookmarks. Is this the bookmark sign on the top right? If yes, I don't want this. Show main menu text. Apply font contours. In all documents. No. Highlight text after selection. No. Display indicator for cross-page word selection. Annotation standard. Okay, global settings are fine. Then the PDF settings. Optimized refresh mode for scrolling view. I want to keep this manually. Automatically fit width in PDF. Yeah. Show document boundaries. Yeah, that's fine that you have the lines when the page is finished. Show page break lines. Yeah. Automatically switch to double page mode when adding a blank page. Oh, keep this off. I had this turned on for quite a while and it drove me crazy because I didn't know that there's the setting. Number of pages to turn in double page mode. Just one. Sorry. Touch settings. I use mode 6. That you don't, when you write, you don't touch anything. So you can basically pop up the menu top middle, turn page right, top right, and turn page left, top left. If you're touching, but in general, yeah, you swipe. Okay, yeah, that's about it. Now, when you have the scrolling view, you see that the toolbar on the right just got expanded. So we have some things here. They have to do with this scrolling. I already asked myself why I have more things than I put here. So let's go back to single page view. And now you see that those other things have gone. Okay, next thing is the Niagara Launcher, and this is also a huge difference afterwards for the experience. Go to the Play Store, search Niagara Launcher by Peter Huber. Install. Open. Yeah. So I quickly see if I can make this. Let me see it a bit better. My favorites. Eight recommended. I just want settings for the moment. Make most of Niagara. Cancel. Never miss. Keep disabled. Sure. Check the weather. Keep disabled. Here's how to be faster. default, so I want to set Niagara as default launcher. Yep, set as default. Directly check notifications, no. Keep disabled. Tidy up your app list to find apps quicker. Sure. Hide unused apps, yes. So here are basically all the apps I don't need. AI Assist. You can also reach all apps with your left hand. Alright, I want to add edit favorites, the Onyx Launcher, because this is the BOOX menu, and files. So I want the BOOX menu on top, then the files, and then the settings. And the problem now, of course, is that when I swipe up in the middle, we are not accessing the BOOX menu. We now have to go and press BOOX menu app. So when I swipe up now, I'm coming back every time to my launcher. So let's see. I don't want the weather. Here in the Niagara settings. So this is the Pro, Niagara Pro. Let's see if it, yep, perfect. Member is still on after the factory reset. I want to look a bit different. Icon size, the font. I will increase the font size to 140. So just swipe up and I'm back here in the menu. I don't want to see this menu on the right. Lock gesture, yeah, this is great. Yep, suggest, no. Sort all apps, no. By usage, I don't want this. Enable two-column layout, yep. Allow haptic feedback, no. Notifications off, perfect. And now we can use the outline, app categories, so maybe home, use the icon, perfect. Now I want to increase the font size a little, so I open the e-ink menu, then you can optimize, and now you see this DPI setting. When you increase this, you see that the font goes up. Let's see how it looks when I go max. I like this, but we have to move the widget. So I long press and then I can choose this option. Maybe I even turn off the clock. And maybe I even turn off the date in the calendar settings. Okay, so when you want to drag this up again, you don't have to press here, but up here. And now you can move the widget. Good. Then we have a bar up here, which I want to get rid of. Not these settings, it's the Niagara settings. And maybe hide alphabet, there. Hide status bar. Let's see if this works. Yeah, okay, there, we found it. Okay, so I can swipe here for my apps. Of course, I need some more apps now. I can just swipe up here to access the Niagara Launcher. I can go back to the menu. And now I can also access the settings of the Android device. So these are the Android settings. And yeah, for the moment, I think this is all we need. Of course, some more apps probably, but this is basically how I set up my device. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Bye.